Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, October 31. An incentive scheme has been established to aggressively tackle murders and violence against vulnerable groups such as women, children, and the elderly. The scheme will be operated through Crime Stop, and persons are encouraged to call 311 and share what they know so that perpetrators can be apprehended.
The Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Branch, the Criminal Investigative Branch, with the support of major organized crime and anti-corruption agencies, will bring increased focus to investigating these incidents, to identify and apprehend individuals associated with these acts. These branches will work with the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, that will be strengthened to adequately investigate crimes against these particularly vulnerable groups.
National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang was speaking during Tuesday's sitting of Parliament. The minister's announcement came on the heels of the murders of Yetania Francis and Raven Wilson, both 14 years old. He said those killings and others had not gone unnoticed by the state, and as such, plans were in train to further boost police intelligence. In other news, the second phase of the Tablet in Schools program is on in earnest. On Tuesday, 2 contracts worth $30 million were signed with Geotech Vision Limited and Innovative Corporate Solutions Limited to supply and deliver tablets as well as service the devices. The companies will provide their services over an 11-year period through a partnership with eLearning Jamaica and the Universal Service Fund. At the signing, Education Minister Senator Ruel Reid said the technology would advance the education system by increasing access to online resources.
We now need to use technology in the teaching and learning process, because we cannot advance and take our place among the leading nations of the world if we do not continue to increase access to technology.
Patients and patient care providers at the National Chest Hospital now have easier access to the facility with the commissioning of 2 new elevators.
You can't have a situation where you have a hospital and patients or doctors or nurses can't move from one floor to the next efficiently. I mean, you compromise lives in the process, and that's not what we're about. We're about saving lives.
The elevators, which were commissioned into service on Tuesday, were bought with $19.3 million in financing from the National Health Fund.
In these environments, a few seconds can make a difference. And so we are happy that we now have a more reliable elevator system.
The National Chest Hospital is the latest to benefit from a $76 million program geared at improving elevators at 5 hospitals. Already, elevators have been installed at the Kingston Public and Princess Margaret hospitals, and work is underway at the Victoria Jubilee and Spanish Town hospitals. In a bid to increase earnings from mining, the responsible ministry has launched a 3-month quarry and mining training program at the Excelsior Community College. At Tuesday's launch, Minister Robert Montego said the course would cover a range of topics and would be introduced to other community colleges over time.
It is to maximize the potential within the context of a more prosperous and sustainable environmental development for Jamaica. Our human capital is our most important asset. And highly skilled, trained person, they are scarce in Jamaica, and this school will be filling a need.
The minister is also calling on persons who are involved in illegal mining activities to stop this practice, pointing out that the fine is now over $1 million Jamaican dollars. And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has charged the 5 finalists in the Houses of Parliament design competition to ensure their concepts are not only iconic but practical. Mr. Holness asserts that the official design for the new Houses of Parliament must evoke a sense of authority while symbolizing the dreams and aspirations of the Jamaican people.
It has to have a certain sense of reverence, that we are going to respect it, and that it is also respectful of the people, and therefore access and transparency is critical. But we must recognize where we live. We live in an area where we are becoming increasingly vulnerable. So we have to build for vulnerabilities and for resilience.
On Tuesday, the 5 gave a brief snippet of their concepts and received feedback from the Prime Minister and the Parliamentary Committee. The responses will help the finalists fine-tune their designs before submitting them on December 18. Jamaicans will be allowed to vote on the designs in January 2019, and in February, a winner will walk away with $5 million. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.